Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're covering a story that adds a brand new page to Japan's modern history. On October 21st, Japan's national diet, both the lower and upper houses, selected Sanae Takaichi, the president of the Liberal Democratic Party, age 64, as the nation's 104th prime minister. Japan now has its first female prime minister. Whatever your politics, that fact alone is historic. She has long called the UK's first woman prime minister, Margaret Thatcher, her role model. She takes office at a difficult moment: rising prices, sluggish wages, and a volatile political landscape. A quick look at the new cabinet. There are two women ministers. Satsuki Katayama becomes Minister of Finance, and Norimi Onoda is appointed Minister for Economic Security. Toshimitsu Motegi takes Foreign Affairs, Shinjiro Koizumi becomes Defense Minister, and Minoru Kihara is Chief Cabinet Secretary. In short, experienced heavyweights occupy the core posts. Meanwhile, the LDP and Nippon Ishin signed a policy agreement to cooperate across 12 themes, including social security, diplomacy and security, and political reform. The headline promise: a roughly 10% reduction in the number of lower house seats. They plan to submit a members' bill in the 2025 Extraordinary Diet session. Prime Minister Takaichi's stance is clearly conservative. She is cautious about allowing women to legally keep their maiden names after marriage and opposes same-sex marriage, while supporting male-line imperial succession. She has continued visits to Yasukuni Shrine, which can spark diplomatic controversy. On the economy, she aims to revive Abenomics, pursuing active fiscal spending and continued monetary easing to drive wage growth and overall expansion. For household relief, the government is preparing a supplementary budget for energy bill support and anti-inflation measures, while reviewing low-impact subsidies and considering tax reforms. Ideas on the table include inflation-linked deductions and refundable tax credits delivered through the income tax system. In a word, cut waste, support households. On security, priorities are strengthening the U.S. alliance and building up defense capability. Expect reforms to the self-defense forces, command structure, looser rules on defense equipment exports, and a build-out of intelligence institutions, long-term investments in national security infrastructure. The diplomatic calendar is already packed: ASEAN meetings in Malaysia, APEC in South Korea, and the G20 in South Africa. A visit to Japan by President Trump is also being arranged, meaning her diplomatic skills will be tested from day one. First, reaffirm the U.S. alliance. Next, deepen ties with partners in Asia and Europe, and steer the delicate relationships with China and South Korea. China says it's observing the result as Japan's internal matter, while warning Tokyo to honor commitments on historical issues and Taiwan. In South Korea, some worry that a conservative hardline Takaichi could reignite tensions. That said, practical cooperation will likely continue where interests align, economics and security among them. So what changes for everyday life? The easiest to feel first will be relief on electricity and gas bills. If tax deductions are linked to inflation, you might notice it around next year's tax filing. Wage growth and price stability take time. This will test trust among businesses, workers, and the government. Another question: will having a woman prime minister advance women's rights? There's no simple answer. Many feminists are skeptical of her positions. Still, the symbolic fact that a woman can reach the top may shift how younger generations see possibility. Japan faces a triple challenge: inflation, aging demographics, and political distrust. Whether Prime Minister Takaichi can deliver comes down to speed and execution. If she matches words with action, trust will build. If not, public support can turn quickly. Japan's first female prime minister. The symbolism is enormous, but the real test starts now. What people want isn't just a historic moment, but tangible change they can feel. Thanks for watching to the end. If today's breakdown was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.